Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. And in today's video, we are getting back to our college football reactions, back to the regularly scheduled programming. And in this week, it was pretty, how do I say this? It was very top heavy. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened at the top. And then the rest of it really wasn't that crazy. A lot of expected stuff. But we have 5 stories for you guys. The first one being maybe the most shocking upset I've ever seen in my entire life. UCLA upsetting Penn State at home 42-37. Now this is crazy. Penn State was undefeated before last week. They lost to Oregon. They're number 3 in the country behind Ohio State and Miami. But Penn State was looking pretty solid all year. I mean, I always know that Penn State is just overrated and they kind of suck. But you know, the national media narrative is Penn State's a good team. So they lose as 24.5-point favorites on the road to a team who had not held a lead at all during any point of the season. And they played, they lost to New Mexico. They lost to UNLV. It was, honestly, they're a disgusting team. They should be relegated to FCS. But they go ahead and upset Penn State 42-37. Penn State is no longer ranked in the top 25 as this next team that we will talk about is. But it's just crazy. We know that everybody knows that Penn State will never win the Natty with James Franklin as their head coach. And this might be the catalyst to let him go. I don't know, because it's just an incredible defeat that nobody saw coming. If I had the betting numbers, it would be an insane amount of Penn State bettors to UCLA bettors, but that's that. Next story is Texas losing to Florida. Now, Florida, we all know they have the very tough schedule. Everybody knows that, but they've been playing like shit this entire year. DJ Lagway been playing mid all year after being supposed to be top 10 pick in the draft, as well as Arch Manning playing like shit all year. But Florida wins against Texas. Texas is no longer ranked after struggling to start the year, as they should be. They have no good wins. Neither of these teams, Penn State or Texas, has defeated a Power 4 team. They're 0-2, both of them, in those games. They don't deserve to be ranked. The only reason they were ranked that high in the beginning is just because of the preseason hype. Texas was number 1, Penn State was number 2. I don't know if there's ever been, within the first, 5-6 weeks of the season, number 1 and number 2 preseason unranked by that time. So just a crazy, crazy story. Next up is going to be a surprising team and another surprising team. Miami defeats FSU at home 28-22. They really just outlasted FSU. They had a bit of a lead. They let FSU come back a little bit, but at the end they were able to hold out. And I think I owe an apology for him to Carson Beck. I am a Carson Beck hater. I always thought he was ass. I always thought he was holding Georgia back. But ever since he's left Georgia, went to Miami, broke up with that one TikTok dot, he's been playing like, somebody said been playing like year 2 Joe Burrow. I don't know about that, but he's actually been playing very well. Miami's ranked number 2 in the country. Very impressive for those guys. Next up, as I said, is very top heavy, these stories. I wanted to throw in 2 more, one upset, one comeback. The upset being Cincinnati upsetting number 14 Iowa State. Now, Iowa State, they haven't been stellar this year, but they've been pretty good. They beat Kansas State in week 0. We thought that game was going to be determining 2 college football playoff teams. It's pretty clear to me at this point in the season that neither of those teams will be making the college football playoff. I'm pretty sure Kansas State's either 2-3 or 1-4 or whatever, 1-5, 2-4, whatever. But terrible, terrible team, very overrated. But Iowa State ends up losing to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, you know, they had a pretty close game with Nebraska. Nebraska ended up beating Michigan State this week and bouncing back from their loss to Michigan. But overall, pretty slow week. And our last story is Washington with a comeback victory over an underrated Maryland team, 24-20. Maryland could be surprising to some folks this year in the Big Ten. I could see a world where they finish, probably third, fourth, fifth in the Big Ten, which for Maryland, that's a heck of a season. So shout out to Maryland, but they ended up losing today. Their freshman quarterback did play well, but maybe didn't have the experience to continue to win. Washington is more talented than a lot of people think. They were handily defeated by Ohio State last week, but maybe they'll get on the right track here and make a late season playoff push. But for now, that'll be all I have for you guys. Like the video, comment if you guys want me to do like a different type of video. I will be making a video on the Mark Sanchez situation. That'll probably come out Monday, so tomorrow, from when this video is being recorded. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys next time.